Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another animation analysis video, and I did not think I would be getting the opportunity to make another animation analysis video so soon, but we have a brand new animated wallpaper that we are going to be taking a look at today, of course in honor of Dokkan's April Fool's new game mode, Dokkan Fishing. Man, I really wish this was a game mode. I feel like every year they tease us with this brand new game mode that they almost not really develop, because obviously there's not really code behind it, but you know, they give you like concepts and I'm like, man, this could be a real game mode. What the heck? And of course, with the last couple of years as our sort of quote-unquote compensation for the game mode not being real, they usually give us a wallpaper. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Of course, as per usual, we're going to watch through the animation one time through. I do want to tell you, by the way, just because I know I wasn't able to get an upload of this in fantastic quality with nothing basically in front of it, right, with like the title screen logo or anything like that, but this is what the boys look like in the background here. Obviously, if we go on the main account, you can see I posted it. But if we zoom in, you can see that we have Krillin, Goku, Roshi, and Yajirobe all chilling here. Unfortunately, there is no animation on any of these guys, so we can just kind of look at them just like this. Unfortunately, too, I mean, obviously, because it's a wallpaper, it makes sense they're not going to have it zoom in, but I know on the title screen version of this, they have a little zoom in of Goku wagging his tail with the fish biting it before it goes to this scene. But very, very nice here, though. I really, really like how everybody looks. Obviously, very Dragon Ball-esque, very, very nice. And I will say, as we go ahead and take a look at the actual animation here, I kind of like the fact that they didn't animate the actual characters, which I know is a bit of a weird thing to say, because obviously you guys know I'm all about, you know, more animation and less static PNGs when it comes to these animation analyses. But for this, I feel like it actually kind of works, because of course, when it's just a wallpaper like this, right, you don't want it to be too distracting with too many things going on, but obviously these little slight animations just kind of make it a little bit more fun and interesting and almost a little bit more subtle, right? This kind of reminds me of something that I would have as like a wallpaper engine, wallpaper, right, where you would have like a live wallpaper on your PC or your phone. This is the perfect type of thing for that. Not too crazy, but just enough movement to make it, you know, feel like you're happy that you have the animation there. Of course, before we get into the actual animation of this, again, I am not a professional when it comes to animation or anything like that. I just look at Dokkan animations all the time, and I think I know what makes them really, really good. And as well, obviously, we are going to take a look at this in the frame by frame, because I think it's actually already looped. Funny enough, this is a perfect loop. I was trying my best to get the perfect loop, and I think I actually did do a good job getting it. So, of course, let's go to our slow speed. Oops, as you can see, only 480 quality, unfortunately. Let's go to our slow speed here, and we can take a look at the frame by frame here with this. They did a fantastic job animating this, if I do say so myself. I think we can basically take a look at it actually in just the slow speed, because it's essentially the frame by frame with the animation we have at play here. But this is really, really nice. So the bubbles, first of all, look absolutely fantastic. The way that they're animated is so nice, right? Like if we take a look at this bubble right here, you can see that the way that it moves is so realistic and lifelike. They did such a good job animating this in a way that's not just like, oh, it's a little circle that's just moving across the screen, right? Such a good job with this. It kind of reminds me of when Super Attack animations have a lot better work done on their key blasts. They make the key blast effects feel a lot more lifelike and a lot more interesting to look at. definitely kind of gives me the same sort of feeling as I get when I'm looking at one of those. And the bubble kind of wiggles a little bit, as you can see, as it climbs up to the top of the water, with a couple of other bubbles sort of spawning in from the bottom, which is cool, having the sort of little same animation. And all of them are different, which is really cool, at least as far as I can see. Maybe they are a little bit different. It's kind of hard to tell, right, if they are, you know, the exact same asset or just a little bit different, but they look different enough to me, or at least they're positioned in a different way that makes them look all very unique. The only thing that I think I don't like about this is the fact that they sort of just fade away at the top, right? It would be cool if they had some sort of animation where the bubbles actually go to the top of the surface of the water, and then as they get to the surface, they actually pop, right? That would be really cool if they had like a little animation of once they get here, you can actually see like the bubble have a little rounded bit there. And then, you know, you can actually maybe see a little animation of it going, but still very, very cool. And again, very aesthetically pleasing. Like this just feels like some fishin vibes, right? Absolutely. It gives me that feeling. And the other cool thing about this, and honestly completely unnecessary, it's so awesome that they even bothered to remember this detail, is the surface of the water actually has a bunch of sparkles on it. As you can see as well, they have this little shimmer here, right? If we go back just a couple of frames before, it's kind of hard to tell, right, when we're going with the frame by frame, but if we start from over here, right, you can see this little glisten of water that kind of travels along the surface, which is really cool, right? Like the light sort of travels all the way across the surface before sort of disappearing, and you can see that obviously they have these little sparkles as well, kind of like this main one that sort of twinkles a little bit here, but you can see like right under the surface there's a couple of little lights and twinkles and stuff like that that are right there. Very, very cool stuff. I love what they did with the water here. It would have been cool to, maybe one more thing that they could have done was maybe had the clouds like kind of passing by a little bit, being a little bit animated. But I do like how they are now, because obviously with this, it kind of like accents the way that you're supposed to look for, you know, where your eyes are supposed to kind of be at attention, right? Which is obviously towards the characters. And it also kind of gives it like, not like a 3D effect, but it sort of gives you a little bit of perspective, right? Like it kind of looks like this landscape is kind of like being viewed from a fisheye lens. Ironic. I didn't even mean to. I'm a funny guy. Anyhow, very cool stuff. It would have been cool maybe they could have even had them sort of like move in a circle like that with the clouds, but I digress. Overall, a very, very fantastic looking wallpaper, if I do say so myself. I am very, very excited for when they are going to give us this wallpaper. They usually do this for a little bit of like compensation. I was like, oh, you know, the game mode was fake, so, you know, here's your little compensation, but they popped off with this wallpaper. Like, this is easily the best April Fool's wallpaper that we have ever gotten. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Shout out to my live stream chat every single Friday, 9:30 p.m. CST on YouTube and Twitch. The chat convinced me to make this video, so shout out to chat for giving me the idea for this one. Thank you guys so much. It's always nice to have feedback from the community, and yeah, definitely let me know if you guys have been enjoying the Dokkan Battle April Fool's festivities. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.